Hello and welcome back to TechDay's 10-minute IT Jams. I'm TechDay's Managing Editor and today we're speaking with MaxContact's Daniel Harding. MaxContact is a specialist provider of contact solutions for sites with as few as 6 to as many as 1,000 users. The company prides itself on a strong ethos of building relationships with its customers. The company declares on its website, "We listen to our customers and build new features and improvements around them. After all, they use the system more than anyone else." Welcome, Daniel.
Cheers, thank you for that.
All right, we will get stuck into the first question. So for an IT manager that hasn't worked with MaxContact before, what are your key products and offerings?
So our key product is we are a hosted contact center solution. So we offer a range of ways of getting in touch with customers and ways of customers getting in touch with the contact center, whether that's outbound dialing via various dialing modes such as preview dialing, predictive dialing, progressive dialing, whether it's using graphical IVRs for inbound call routing, virtual queue calls for automated callbacks, SMS, so two-way SMS between you and the customer, web chat, email, all the different interaction channels that you would expect nowadays from a modern business. We work with IT managers very closely in various companies. The product is designed to be as simple as possible to use, self-administration from an IT manager's point of view. They will be able to look after and maintain the product and build the product around what the business needs are at their contact center rather than fitting the business around the product. We don't believe in limits on the product, so contact center, IT manager point of view, there's no limits. Set as many dashboards up, as many interactions, as many campaigns, all your call recordings, everything is included in the product. So from that sense, it's very simple for an IT manager to do whatever they like, basically.
Brilliant. All right, so with many organizations move to the cloud, how would they successfully deploy a cloud contact center?
I guess, yeah, obviously at the moment there's been a big switch to cloud-based contact centers. One of the key things is to get a good understanding of what your actual requirements are. There's a lot of vendors out in the market. Everyone can do a range of different things, but what's key to your business? How are your customers going to get in touch with you? Make sure that you have the correct channels for your customers rather than having all the bells and whistles. Decide, obviously, price comes down to a key point, but it's deciding what you actually need. What, on a day-to-day operational wise, is the contact center going to actually use and need? Are you paying for features that you don't need, or how are you going to get the best out of what you can do as a business? A good way of doing that is look at multiple vendors. So get a few different vendors in, different price points, see who can do what. Most vendors nowadays would offer a principle of concept. So they would sit down and say, okay, we believe we can do what we say we can do, how this is going to benefit you. Use the system for a month or two, see how it fits in with your business, see if everything that our sales team have said to you, whether that's going to actually work for you as a business. It's obviously a big change for businesses. It can be a big software to move out and move in. So have a good plan in place. So decide time of year is important. So you don't want to do it peak time of year. You may want to do it at a quieter period of your year. Most businesses will obviously know the peaks and troughs of the year. It even comes down in a simple way of planning it. What day is the best day to roll out? Was a Monday morning quiet, or is Tuesday the busiest time of the week? It sounds simple, but if you can make it as simple as possible and as stress-free for everyone involved. Before going live, it's always good. Obviously, you'll do training with the vendor. For example, we'll come in, sit down, train different levels of the team, so managers, team leaders, agents. A good way we've found is do a dress rehearsal with a few agents. So get them on a few days before, let them run it as the system would actually run. The agents are the people using the system on a day-to-day basis. They'll pick up if there's any flaws to the system or any gaps that no one's picked up on. And it's better then to do it that way. Another good thing to work with your vendor is to have a regular review process. So the features and operation wise that you choose today may not apply in 4 months' time. So we'd like to have a regular review of our customers so that enables us to sit down, check how things are going, tell them about our product roadmap, what's coming in, features that we may think would be good for their business. And obviously they may go, oh, we've ran the product in this way for a certain period of time, but we actually think if we do this little change, the efficiency may go up. And it's just having that regular point of contact with a vendor to sit down and organize what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And it really does sound like you work with your customers and you do listen to them. All right, so we'll do a wee bit of crystal ball gazing now. What does the new contact sector look like post COVID-19?
Yeah, it's a forever changing scenario. So hopefully the crystal ball is correct. But we're seeing a lot of, obviously there was back in March, I think it was, there was a big rush for people working from home. At the moment, we're seeing contact centres coming back into the centre, but we're also seeing a bit of a hybrid model. So we're seeing businesses choosing letting agents work from home and allowing them to work in the contact centre. It really gives great flexibility, obviously, call centre wise. If they're recruiting new agents, they're not defined by the geographical region around the actual physical contact centre. You can open the region up to wherever you want in the country, essentially, even internationally if you wanted to. That gives real great benefits. You're choosing from, it obviously enables you to choose more people. You've got to be flexible. I think the contact centres now are allowing this hybrid model, but you've still got to obviously have some rules in place. It can't be a case of who's going to come in today and just randomly deciding that day. So we're seeing a lot of contact centres make use of a workforce management system. So for example, we have one in contact centres can roster in who's going to work, what hours, what days. So obviously childcare can be an issue at the moment, depending where agents are based. That's a big one. It allows the agents to log in and decide what days and hours they can actually work, and rosters everyone around there. A good thing with it as well, you've obviously got to have regular check-ins with the team. Even though they're working remotely, people still want that human interaction. For example, doing a video session like this is what teams tend to be doing most mornings at the moment. So regular catch-up, a lot of them use Teams, WhatsApp, whatever, Slack, whatever it may be, to communicate during the day. So it's getting that in place. So that's what we're seeing the future looking like for contact centres. But as we know, obviously the future's changing quite rapidly at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So you've brought up a lot of key points for contact center operators and IT managers to think about. So if they wanted to talk to you or someone at MaxContact, what is the best way to do that?
Yeah, the best way, we're quite an open and honest business, so jump on the website, jump on maxcontact.com, email info@maxcontact.com.au. You can also reach out to us via phone, all the details are there. Speak to one of the team, we'll catch up. We like to be personal, get to know everyone that we're involved with, so have a coffee, see what we can do, and see how we can work together to help people.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So that was another TechDay 10-minute IT Jam with MaxContact's Director of Australian Operations, Daniel Harding. Thank you so much for talking to us, Daniel.
Cheers, thanks for that.